situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Wilson going to come out throwing. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Jets at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
On first down, Wilson. And he'll find Hall. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Burrow. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Boyd. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And Tyler Boyd's one of those guys that seems to fly under the radar, but he finds ways to get open, and he has nice hands. He's averaged right around 80 catches a year his last 3 seasons.
1st down. Here's Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Burrow. This is caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
How about the timing on that one? Where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Third and goal. Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Devin Asiasi, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Hall. Always got some breathing room. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. He's showing the different ways he can hit you in this first quarter. 1 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown.
He's showing us he's not just a stereotype, isn't he? Not just a guy who carries the ball in the backfield, can get out into space, make plays with his hands downfield. That's a pretty good combination right there.
Defensively, you'd prefer to be going against the stereotype, wouldn't you?
At least you know where he is, right? That gives you a chance to get more people to him and get him on the ground.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and play some ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Burrow will throw. He gets this one to Boyd. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a magical 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They go play action now. Burrow. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quan Alexander leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins.
Complete to T.
Bengals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. He'll return it from the 6. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan, and this is what they...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Gun.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Here we go.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And a solid run down inside the 30. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Complete to his tight end Sample. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Here we go.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And this one caught by Beasley. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Wilson will throw again. This pass out wide to Hall. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he finds Beasley complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, the end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. I'm not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. Now Burrow on 1st down. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch. And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The Bengals drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several.
There he goes left side. He's at the 40, the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out. That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Ball has it knocked loose, and the Bengals grab it. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this 3rd quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown on the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Mixon on 2nd down. A little fake. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 121 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. He's got Higgins over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Mixing up the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Mixon. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Here we go. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. A safety with a sack there. LaMarcus Joyner.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
3rd and goal. Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do, but that's a big swing of momentum right there.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a 1st down.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. With the middle linebacker in a 4-3, so often the captain of the defense gets them all lined up, and the captain made a great read there to snuff that play out.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. On 2nd and 12, Wilson looking for Beasley, got him on the slant. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll run with Hall. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Logan Wilson. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jet sweep. Boyd with it. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Burrow now off the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. McPherson's kick is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's McPherson now to send it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for... Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
154 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back to Mixon on first down. Bryce Hall there defensively. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 36, Burrow voids the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
First down, here's Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Mixon will try the right side, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Burrow looking to pass. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Handoff to Mixon, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Good move at the 30. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 28. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 174 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
11-90.
Again, it's Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Even though we're not on the goal line, this is essentially a goal line look as they come up for second down. Now it's Mixon running right. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll give it to Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for third and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Bengals, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.